Now in today's video, I'll be sharing the exact system that we use for onboarding our client and which has generated us over 7 figures in collective client revenues. And this system is completely automated. It means that with one click, the whole process triggers and it actually onboard the client seamlessly. Now, most of the agency owners, consultants, and coaches are actually wasting a lot of time on manual onboarding clients. They mostly focus on client acquisition, and most of their energies and time goes to that phase, which in turn create more problems. They think that client acquisition is actually the more important part of the business, but that's actually wrong, because when they acquire a client, then the actual journey starts. And when the client experiences a bad onboarding process, and that's where they feel that they have been betrayed. And this is a vicious cycle which continues to churn rate. So most of the people, they just go after the clients and they're not actually focusing on retaining the client, which is the second half of the business. So if you don't take into account the onboarding process and the actual first impression of your business, then your business won't grow and you won't be scalable. So in this video, I'm actually solving the whole onboarding process for you. And this is a one system that will cover up everything. So my name is Jalal and I'm the founder of ClientFlow and Systemic.io, a 7-figure client acquisition company which we run for agency owners, consultants, and coaches. We have generated over 1 million in collective revenue for our businesses. So before we dive in, make sure that you subscribe this channel, like the video, because it gives me motivation and confidence, and also give boost to the algorithm, and it suggests the similar content in your feed. Let's get into it. Alright, so before I actually show you exactly how the system looks like, I really want you to understand that there are two things in this modern economy. One is your attention, right? And the next is the companies, all these big corporations, they are actually fighting for your attention. Like you have seen Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these companies of Meta, and also the the Twitter and all the big tech companies who are actually trying to get your attention and then get the money out of you, right? So your attention is actually directly proportional to their wealth, right? The more they keep your attention, the more they make money, right? And this constant drive to manipulate the neural dopamine system is recurring, at a mass scale, and this is why they are getting more and more rich, right? So from this, why I was sharing this is actually the more attention that someone keeps, the more money that he make, right? This formula is really, really important. And if you understood this in proper sense, in proper way, then no one can stop you from making money at mass scale, right? And all the people you look at in our industry, like people Iman Ghazi or Alex Hermosi, all these people, before that they had just simple companies and they won't be doing all these millions of dollars a month. Now how they do it, because they have a lot of people, they have a lot of followers, they have a lot of attention, they have a lot of eyeballs, and this is the secret of converting those people into audiences. Now, in terms of the client onboarding system, what we do is that this is actually the automation that will happen, right? Once, for example, you send an invoice to a client and the client complete the invoice, the whole automation will trigger, right? And how it looks like is actually, for example, I'm using Stripe, right? So maybe you have a different payment provider, maybe you have like PayPal or any other provider, and you can just link it to the Zapier, right? So we are using Zapier, and also for the payment you have a Stripe, right? So for example, if someone clicks on a and they complete the invoice, then what we use in the event section is actually checkout session complete, right? You have a checkout on your website, right? Someone completed your checkout session, means they completed the payment, right? And then the details and the emails and the phone numbers and everything is forwarded to the automation, right? And what happens is that then you link your account, and the complete process, you test it obviously when you link it, and then gradually what the next step for us is actually what we do, we store those exact information in the spreadsheet, right? So any information that we have for the client, the name, the email, and the phone number and everything, we store it in the spreadsheet, right? Again, you have to take all these action, create a spreadsheet row. So in here, what we have done is create a spreadsheet row. This will be even, and any client that comes in, a row will be created with all the details, right? And then you can give the actions in accordance with this, right? So you select the drive folder and you select the sheet actually that you make, right? For example, for specific purpose. And then what you do is that you write the client, which is in the Stripe that created, and the second one, and then the email after you have, and then continue with this. The next step for us is actually the client a welcome email, right? And how it does, all these steps are coming automatically because you have automated already, right? Then you add Gmail in here, right? And the Gmail and the Zapier, right? And what it that you select function, right? And you connect your Gmail account, and the action phase, what you do is that you go to the action and do your customer email, right? So any customer email that was created in the Stripe, you write down from the email, and then from email, and then you write any, and then you all these, you fill out these details, reply to the email body, right? So we'll do, and then you fill out all the email body and then write down exactly like what is actually, and the next step is actually you add Gmail to the automation, right? So what you do is that your Gmail account, you in the event section you select send email, right? And in the action section, what you do is that you go ahead and select all the relevant details, right? By that I mean that you select the email in email place, and when you do that, when for example you click in here, you will have details in here, right? So you click on this drop down and then select email the relevant information from here, and you gradually realize it's really easy to, right? Then the next thing is that for us, we also want to send the details to the Discord community, right? So I want the details to be sent to me because we're using Discord often. So I send direct message to the Discord, right? Obviously connect the account, and then the action phase, what you do, if for example you're using Discord, then you can also use Slack because I've also integrated Slack, right? And so this is details that obviously we link into it, right? And the channel and everything we select in here. And then what we do is that obviously we also select a WordPress, right? And by this you have, maybe if you have WordPress, you can select it here, create a user over there, because obviously we have like some also educational type of thing which we have on WordPress, and we hosted that. So obviously if for example someone is coming, we have to give them access so they can use and access this automatically, right? And then obviously we want to send messages on WhatsApp to the client, right? Or to our own systems or team. We do that in here. We add the WhatsApp for business, and then we use send message, you connect the account and then take action, right? Which message you want. You'll have a lot of functions that you can see in here, right? So the next step is you can select the Slack, right? The Slack is actually the same as the Discord. What you do is that you select the Slack channel, you add it in the automation, and how you add it, you just click on this plus icon and new app will come in, right? So you can search for any app from the, because obviously it's like Zapier has over 6,000 of different apps, right? So you can search for Slack, it will appear, and then you can select it and you can start the automation based on that, right? So here you select it again, it's already selected. So what we'll do is that we'll take the action and we'll proceed ahead with this, right? So in Slack, what we have done is that we send a private channel message in Slack, right? So in the channel message, what we do is that we send a message to the team with all the details of the person who had paid us, right? And so we tell them that we onboarded this person and take the proper actions, right? And then you can go ahead and step further, because this is the automation that we normally use for like businesses which are not that big, right? So for example, if you have like a big business, we're working with like 7 figures agencies, and what we do for them is we have like a more complex system, right? And with complex, I mean that for example you send an invoice to the Slack, then each of the team member, each of the person has also, we assign tasks to them, specifically for their specific client, right? So those are the advanced automation that we also do in this, and obviously they are not just done in the Zapier. We also do like a make.com and all the other platforms. But for now, if you're running if you're like a below 10 people team, then obviously this is the best way to go ahead. And then obviously Discord, and then you have delay for some time, and then again you send again Gmail, and then all the updates opportunity in the lead connector, and then add opportunity and lead connector. By connector I mean that you connect your go high level, right, in here, and the go high level exact app is available on Zapier, so you use lead connector. It's available on the lead connector name, right? So you have seen that with just one click, with just the payment completion, everything happened on its own, and in this way you onboarded the client completely on autopilot. So I hope you got some value from this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, like these videos, because it gives me confidence, it gives me boost, it gives the algorithm boost to actually show you more of such content. And I'm giving this free value, and I want to make an impact to reach out to more people. So help me in that. Subscribe this channel, and see you in the next one.